Okay, so a couple of things. I've had a very cheap haircut, but that's not the main thing. The main thing is that today it's 3% humidity. That is the lowest that either of us, I think, have experienced, and it is quite interesting. I've drunk gallons of water, my skin's dry, and my lips are a bit chapped. So with this kind of thing, even though the weather is very nice, this is normal, you really have to be careful in this. It's meant to get up to 120 next week, so we're going to have to make sure we bring lots and lots of water. But it's actually quite nice. It means that people keep saying, oh, it's a dry heat as an answer to why Phoenix is so incredibly hot. But it does work. It does mean that you don't really sweat that much, even if it's very, very hot.
Which it is at the moment fairly hot. It is presently 106, which I think most people out east would think, oh, that's awful. But no, we were outside for about 2 hours and it was fine.
Yeah, it's just not that much of a problem. Humidity, I can feel it, or I can feel it.
Yeah, I think you can feel it when it gets under 5.
Yeah, but no, I think I need to put a bit more lotion on. But we still like it here, so we're not moving back to anywhere wet. As a comparison, Britain, it doesn't get that hot, but one of the things that might not be obvious is it's actually very humid. It's typically 80% humidity. We started looking into that actually when we went back to England after touring, and it's frequently very humid. So I wasn't brought up with this, but I like it.
It's good. If anything, Arizona natives always tell us that they can't cope with humidity.
That is the International Space Station. This is moving. So, once again, it's meant to be the hottest day of the year, but more importantly, the sun is at the highest it's going to be. We're about 20 minutes off the meridian here, and it's the, is it the not equinox. What is it? Is it the solstice?
Yes.
Right, summer solstice. So the sun looks like it's nearly overhead. Okay, so it's 118, which is something in centigrade, and it's pretty warm. It's about 340. It looks like this. Someone, as a joke, turned the air conditioner off in the gym, so that wasn't fun. But apart from that, everything's fine. And
we have a temperature gun to play with.
oh yes,
So
right.
let's find out how hot things are.
See how hot this is. Okay, so that's at 122. Let's look at the ground down there. Ooh. So that's 147 down there. That must be quite unpleasant to walk on. Anyway, so how do you feel about 118?
It's still fine. It's still better than minus 40 or minus 30, or probably even 10.
One minor difference is that, or it's not a minor difference, but it's something we have to take into account, is that the plants need watering a lot more. So here's some basil and oregano. I read some instructions. I don't really know about gardening or plants or anything like that. So I read some instructions saying that you should water them, I think it was maybe every few days or something like that. And I was worried that I was overwatering them because I watered them a lot and they started drooping. But it turns out that they needed even more water because they had direct sunlight and it's very hot. But they're doing well as long as you just make sure they don't die, which they can do in an afternoon. But yeah, this is hot, but it's fine. Oh, and last but not least is our cactus. We put it in a slightly bigger pot and it is really thriving. During the day, the soil heats up to about 140, but the cactus is fine. What's 115? But yeah, this little fella was trapped in a confined space. As soon as we replanted him in this thing, it's doubled in size. So the answer is, we still like this place. It's great. It's an addendum. An addendum is happening. Right, so it is 119, which is something in Celsius. What is it in Celsius?
It's about 48 or 49, but it's something that neither of us had experienced in person before. We got 118 last year. This is new, so
ooh, wow.
Feels pretty much the same as
It does, doesn't it? Yes. And this, look, ow, ow, my feet hurt. No, it's fine. It's still fine. We've made the right choice. I'm just going to step off that bit of white hot concrete. We've made the right choice. How are the plants?
They look fine.
Yep, they like it too.
They're coping. I think you water them once a day and they're happy enough. In the winter you can water them about once a week. So
Right.
it all works out.
We're properly ending this video. But we're
Yes, goodbye.